Guys, welcome back to Discovering Cinema. What is going on? Hope everyone's having a good night. What's on, Antoine and Dave and Ragnar? Is that how you pronounce that, Ragnar?
Mm-hmm.
Like Ragnarok?
I assume so, yeah.
What's up, guys? How's the homies? Ryan, I missed you.
I mean, the first question is how are you, the homie? You were gone last time.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. Just needed a little bit of a mental break. You know, work's been crazy. Love you too, Foo. Pizza on you, sir. Yeah, I took a break. Needed a little bit of been so stressed out, but doing much better.
That's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing better. How's the restaurant been lately?
Crazy. I mean, which is good. But it just seems like we used to. So Wednesdays and Thursdays used to be slow, so we would have a break. Not like a break, but like it'd be a ramp up to the weekend, which is our busiest time period.
Right.
But now it's just a constant. It's like Wednesday, Thursday have been nuts. The weekend's been crazy too. So there's been like no rest. And then the two dishwashers we have on Wednesday and Thursday can't work past 9 because they're in high school still. So I have to then do that job. So that's fun. My back hurts. But I've been watching a lot of stuff.
That's good.
I watched Mo. Have you seen Mo?
I've not seen Mo. I've watched less.
What was it? Mo's on Netflix. It's about a Palestinian family who has asylum here in the U.S., but their asylums run out. So he's stressed out. He's got a girlfriend, but she's Mexican and Catholic, I believe. What's going on, Ruben? And his family doesn't approve of her. What's going on, KB? And Ice and Kin. Hi, Big Nips. Is that me?
No, it's probably me. Have you ever... Wait. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I think Ice is referring to my. I have some pepperoni nipples, dude.
I mean, it runs in the family. That makes sense.
Hello, glad to hear you're doing better, Flip. Thank you, flickering. But yeah, Mo's really good. I think it's only 8 episodes, and the episodes are short. They're like 25 minutes.
I've never even heard of it. I got to be honest.
It's great. I think it's one of the best shows Netflix has put out this year. It's comedy, drama. It's really good. I watched. Oh, so I love cop shows. Been watching Southland. Have you heard of Southland?
Don't think so.
I think it's number 2 next to The Shield. I'm on season 4. It's not as like, gritty. It's gritty, but it doesn't have like a through line narrative. It feels like The Shield does. This one's more of like, it's all LA cops again, but it's really good. I highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max. It's like there's a I guess the main character is the rookie. He's like this young guy, but he's teamed up with an asshole who is I think the show handles very well. He's got a pill addiction, and he's
got Regina King in it.
Yeah, dude, she kills it in this show. She's great.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's great. Yeah, it's a really good show, and I've been watching anime, but we'll talk about that in pickups.
What about I mean, the last time we checked in, I think you had just gotten Shawscope Volume 2. Has that all been watched through? We talked about that detail.
Oh yeah, I watched it, that entire thing. Better than the first one.
Is that just because quality of film, or because the quality of the box set has been heightened?
I think the special features on Volume 2 blow Volume 1 out of the water. There's a 24-ish minute documentary on the Venom mob that's really well done. My only problem is that I think half the movies don't have commentaries. So, and one of the movies that does have a commentary has like a select scenes commentary.
I don't really count that.
I don't count that either. So, that's like the only negative I can think of. I think the films on paper, when they announced it, I was like, well, nothing can beat Volume 1, but going through Volume 2 again, there's not a bad film in that for me personally. I know Dragon doesn't like Boxer's Omen. He thinks it's the odd one out in the box set. I think Boxer's Omen is incredible. it's one of my favorite films in that set. I think there are two odd movies. It's Boxer's Omen and Mercenaries from Hong Kong, because they're just like, they're not kung fu, so it's like the two odd ones out. But I think they're both really good. So I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on that.
Yeah, more and more people are starting to get it in. I think Orbit got another shipment in, or Orbit got their first shipment in, and we're starting to sell this week, or like late last week. So people are actually getting it in early this week.
Good.
So I think Diabolic is kind of the only holdout on getting that in and shipping it.
I still want to know why the official holdup was.
Well, there's still a lot of production issues across the world. Like there's still been random paper shortages depending on what things people need. It could just be they don't have the ability to fulfill every order until the release date, even though they may be able to do some. So by potentially by delaying it, there's less people pissed off, even though people are going to be pissed off because they see friends getting it.
Yeah, I mean, I think because we talked about this in depth, but Dragon didn't get disc 2, so I thought there was a production issue on the discs, but everything's been fine on my end. Unless, and I'm not like a super audiophile, not a videophile type guy, so there might be a hiccup in the audio randomly here or there, but nothing.
I've not heard of anything.
And I've watched all those movies at least twice, so great set.
Damn. Since we last met,
I do want to say one last thing about Shawsco box set.
Yeah.
The Arrow. So most of the transfers were done by Celestial Pictures, except for like, I think a very small handful. The 4K Arrow restoration on 36 chambers is mind-blowingly good. Like, I need a 4K disc of that because it's incredible. Wow. Yes, I watched the set in order.
On volume 1 as well?
Yeah, I did that with volume 1 as well.
Is there any other recommendations for a better order, or would we just go with their curation?
I think 36 Chambers, the first movie in the set, is probably the most important film in that collection. So I think they started off really well. The sequels are hit or miss. The third one's like a comedy. I'm not too big into the comedy, but it's still pretty good. But I'm really I'm more excited for volumes 3 and 4 because it feels like they got all the Venom Mob, the Law Long, and the Ching Chase stuff out of the way with volumes 1 and 2. So and then they said the next ones are going to have Chor Yoon, and hopefully Sun Chung. So excited.
Since we last met, I've watched quite a bit of things. The day after the day after I did an episode with everybody, I went and saw Suspiria live with Goblin playing the score. Which was
like a play?
No, they show the movie, and then the band that did the score for the film is on tour, and they play with the movie. They play the score live in a theater.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was intense. It was loud as hell. One that I should have watched years ago, and I just watched for the first time, and I think you said you watched this one before, Park Chan-wook's Thirst.
Yes.
Holy shit, is that movie amazing.
Great film.
Beyond one of the most unique vampire films I've ever seen. Love how much they hit the religious side of things.
The religious stuff is amazing.
Yeah. Love the acting in that film. Love how it's like oddly erotic and not in a good way. It is just such a well-made film. Everything, it comes together perfectly. Thirst is just beautiful. Yeah.
I think it doesn't get the recognition that it deserves because it came out around the time of the Twilight vampire craze. And I think people were just probably vampired out. But it is much more than just a vampire film.
It is. It immediately was top 3 vampire movie for me. And immediately.
What's the first two? Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2?
Part 2, and then I Let the Right One In is probably still my favorite vampire movie of all time.
I think Let the Right One In has, for me, very similar atmosphere to Thirst. it touches this weird, it's got a very unique vibe.
Yeah, and that's that's the only one that holds a candle to Thirst for the unique aspect of things. I just think Let the Right One In is maybe a little more relatably poignant, perhaps.
How do you feel about the remake?
It's still very good.
I think it's very good too.
Yeah,
Chloe Grace Moretz.
I don't think it was necessary, but I don't think it was bad.
I watched Barbarian.
And you hated it.
I didn't hate it. Okay, so the first half of that movie is fantastic, is incredible. The setup to that movie is incredible. I could see this being another Malignant where I was like, the first time I watched it, and then ended up loving it. Yeah, but there is some bad writing in that movie. I mean, just bad. There are some gross moments, like Justin Long breastfeeding. It might be one of the grossest things I've ever seen in film. But there's some also really bad CGI that's just laughable, like when mom is falling off of the water tower and it does like a downward shot of her coming. It's just so bad. Me and my wife were both like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, I think it's unique. I think it's probably a must watch for this year.
I think it's another Malignant, and you got to watch it again.
I think it might be another Malignant because I hated Malignant the first time I watched it.
It was not meant to be incredibly serious in that second half. The CGI obviously could have been a little bit better, but I don't think it's even a downtick for that part of the movie. The whole point of that entire scene is just how much of a dick Justin Long is. And
I did watch X. And have you seen Pearl?
Not yet.
So I won't talk about Pearl, but I found Pearl to be much better. I thought X was a little. I don't want to spoil this movie because I do think they're both worth watching. The final line in X is a little too self-serious and up its own ass. The final lines of the movie, that I was just like, what the fuck? I just don't think I'm Ty West is for me. I don't think he's for me.
And I don't get that.
Even his Western, is it in the Valley of Violence? Even that was pretty lackluster.
I love it.
He's just not for me. But
I get it.
Pearl, great.
Pearl, yes, go ahead.
Pearl, great. So,
all right. I went the same day I watched Thirst. I went that night to the theater and watched Terrifier 2. I think I've talked about that on the channel enough times. It's good. I don't think it's as mind-blowing as the internet has made it out to be. I think it's what is the best way to say this? I think that it is appealing very much so to mainstream horror fans, and that's not a bad thing. More money on independent horror is always a good thing. I think that it's a good idea to appeal to that sort of a generation, but the reactions to it certainly makes it feel like baby's first gore movie, and people are like, oh my god, this is incredible, and they've never seen anything like it. I will admit the gore is really well done, but it's still a convoluted film that was overly long, and I think Art the Clown is an iconic villain, and he is going to do well for the horror genre, but this is not like God's gift to cinema this year or anything like that.
That's weird because everyone loves it from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm. And it's a solid middle of the road film. Lots of problems, lots of good stuff. I will, like, the highest praise that I can give to it, I think it had one of the best animatronics that I've seen in a movie in probably a decade. There's a gore scene that happens on somebody's bed in their bedroom that impossibly well done. It looked extremely realistic for this animatronic, and it was like, genuinely, I can understand why there are people trying to get this in talks for Oscar for makeup stuff, because it was that good.
Damn.
Yeah. But violence and stuff like that never gets recognized for makeup. They always recognize, like, costuming, essentially.
God's Gift to Cinema this year is Halloween Ends.
That's Anthony. He's fucking around.
Oh, like yo.
Let's see. I showed my
Speaking
kids
of-
Monster House.
I was just
Go
like,
ahead.
speaking of gore, did you see Timothy Chalamet's new trailer for that movie?
Bones and all, I've seen the trailer.
Good.
Friends that have seen it basically say that it is maybe their favorite film of the year.
I'm so pumped to see that movie.
Yeah.
God, he's picking some fucking weird shit.
Friend of ours, Jeremy, just went and saw it, and he liked it so much he saw it again the next day. It was that good.
Damn. Well, Jeremy sucks, but
Showed my kids Monster House. Love that damn movie. Some of the best and most unique animation that has come out since 2000. I gotta be honest. I watched Trick or Treat with my mom. She had never seen it. Still great. One of the best anthologies of all time. Now to the new stuff that hasn't been talked about on the channel yet. I watched Sean Baker's Takeout again, and it's been years since I'd seen it. Holy hell, does this movie live up? And that Criterion disc, good God, it looks so great compared to what it looked before. So for those that haven't seen or haven't heard my interview with Sean, they took the film that was shot on mini DV, they put that through to film, restored that film, and then scanned that in as a 4K scan. They basically put an entire new restoration and film print just for this movie.
what's the movie about?
This is hilarious. KB and I and Nathan Jones, we went to Barnes & Noble together this weekend, and my son went with us, and the picture on Takeout is just a guy sitting at a shop. So I asked Spencer, I said, what do you think this is about? He said, well, it's about a guy at a shop. Takeout is about a Chinese immigrant that is undocumented that basically has to live in the shadows because he's undocumented, and because he borrowed money from a loan shark to pay off his smuggler, essentially, to come to the US from China. He owes a lot of money, and they come in that morning and say, you owe us $800 by tonight or there's going to be hell to pay. And he has to go borrow money from other people to pay it off for that day. And then he falls short and realizes he's just got to work his ass off. And he goes and does double shift at this takeout place that he works, does all of the deliveries, and there's a whole bunch of drama that goes down. But really, it's Sean Baker, so it's basically just a slice of life film. You see this guy's full day and everything that he has to go through as an undocumented Chinese immigrant. And it's really great. It basically, I think it hits me a little harder than it will for most because of what I do for a living, but it's just incredibly well acted. It is shot in, I think they shot it in 2003 in New York City. So it still has this very post 9/11 vibe that is tense, especially around immigration. And it's one that most people should watch for sure. And then last night I watched Jean Roland's Fascination, the vampire film that's not really a vampire film. It's good, it's stylish, but this is the first time I'd seen it all the way through. I'd seen the established iconic scenes previously, but it just didn't stick with me. But Brigitte Lahaye, hot as hell. She literally wears a cloak and nothing else and kills people with a scythe a few times.
That's a sentence I like.
You would hate the movie though.
I guarantee you I probably would. So I watched so I hired a strength coach. I'm gonna try to do some like local powerlifting competitions, and I have a goal to be in the 1500 club. So bench 500, deadlift 500, squat 500. I can already deadlift 500. I bench 405. So I'm working my way up. But my coach used to train at Westside Barbell. Have you heard of Westside Barbell?
I have not.
So it was started by this guy named Louis Simmons, and it was in Michigan in his garage. And then it ended up being, he was like a mastermind behind different strength techniques. He would like look into how the Russians were doing it, and he would apply that and, twist, and do his own twist to it. So there's a documentary called West Side versus the World. This gym has had more record-breaking lifts than any other gym in the world, and they're just a small-ass place in Michigan. Louis died this year, sadly. He was like 74. But there's videos of him at 61 squatting 900 pounds. The dude is just an absolute beast. But yeah, very aggressive documentary. If you don't know, like that gym is very aggressive. Those dudes are very angry and just, they're meatheads. If you look at clips of the gym now that Louis has passed, they have kind of commercialized Westside because it was an invite only gym. You didn't have to pay a membership; it was free, but it was invite only, and you had to have you had to have like a total of 2,000 pounds or something like that to like even get in. So Chester, Russians, yes, Russians have been recent years known for steroids, but in strength training and powerlifting, steroids are okay. But Russians, when it comes to strength training and powerlifting in general, Russians were way ahead of the curve than we were back here. And then Louis invented a machine that I used actually called the reverse hyper because he broke his back and he didn't want to lose gains. So it's like you lay flat, like you lay with your stomach on this thing, and then and then you lift your legs like this backwards, and it strengthens the back of your back. But you're able to do it if you have like a really bad back injury. And then that machine, I mean, it's been used by NFL. Like he went on to coach and do strength training regiments for NFL teams, for MMA fighters, boxers. Like he was a genius. A little bit weird and crazy, but I think you have to be when you're that obsessed with something. So
right, yeah, I'd agree.
But it's a good documentary. I would recommend it. It's on YouTube. I think you have to pay like $3 or $4, but it's good.
Any pickups recently that you want to talk about?
Yeah, one of my favorite animes. I re-picked up Hajime no Ippo. It's a anime about boxing. This is, I think, the newer series. So the original was the Shido no Joe, and that's like I think a couple movies. And then this is a 76 episode plus OVA and special, broken into three sections. But really good slice of life training tournament. It's literally like watching a boxer. It's really good. I highly recommend Hajime no Ippo. This whole thing is on YouTube for free. So if you guys want to start watching an anime, it's just type in Hajime no Ippo the fighting, and there's a playlist of every episode.
Nice. I picked some up that will highlight some lesser known people. So first off, Pioneers, First Women Filmmakers. I finally got this in the Kino sale. Was not expecting something this high quality because they don't have any pictures of it. This is like a legit set with a long book and then a whole bunch of stuff in here. So first off, I just wish they would have led with this because this is amazing. A monumental 6-disc collection, 2K and 4K restorations of more than 50 films. Feature shorts and fragments on many of them, 80-page booklets with essays and photos, interviews with historians and archivists, and then musical scores for tons of them. This
How many
is ridiculous.
films? 9?
50. Over 50. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But then, their companion set, Pioneers of African American Cinema, and this has, 5-disc collection, 19 digitally restored featured films, short films, fragments, and documentaries on this one. An 80-page booklet with essays and photos, interviews with historians and archivists, and then there's bonus content that was not available on DVD previously. Same thing, big book, nice set, super cheap in the Kino sale, ridiculously great. Underground Horror picked up 1031 Part 3. This is from Scream Team releasing, and it happens to be autographed. They did one of their Kickstarter campaigns for this, and it's a great set. Came with a shirt and everything.
Is that like a collection of movies?
It's an anthology film.
Okay.
So they have 3 anthology films so far. Little known Religious Zealot. I finally got Top Gun Maverick in.
Fucking man movie right there.
I still haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
I haven't seen it either. But that's a total dude bro movie.
Speaking, well, this isn't due, bro. I was gonna make a funny joke, but it's not funny, so never mind.
What? No, say it. No, you gotta say it.
Speaking of Dude Bro movies, I got an 8 Mile on 4K. This is the Groove exclusive 4K Steelbook, and you can only get this online through them. Nice art.
Is that a Dude Bro movie?
That was the joke, is it's not really a Dude Bro movie.
Brittany Murphy in that movie. When I was young.
Let's rephrase that. Brittany Murphy in any movie. She was always amazing.
What's she up to now?
A little bit higher than 6,000 feet. Anyways, yeah, that's the stuff to highlight.
Oh, I did watch. I rewatched Fury. That's a good movie.
It really is.
It's such I don't think they could have picked a better cast. Like the chemistry in all those dudes was so palpable. John Berthnall, every time I see him, I'm like, why is he an asshole? But he does it so well. So keep playing an asshole.
I definitely want to see him in more stuff. And
have you watched We Own the City?
No.
Dude, it's the creators of The Wire did an 8-episode miniseries based on a true story, and he's so good in it. You gotta watch it.
And then I hope Shia LaBeouf can get his shit together again and come back.
He's playing Padre Pio.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know,
you've talked about this like 9 times on here.
Oh, well, I'm so excited. I'm not even that religious. I'm fucking pumped for Pio, dude. Abel Ferrara. Shia LaBeouf's great. Damn.
I can't wait. I hope he does good. I've liked Shia LaBeouf in almost every single thing I've seen him in.
Yeah. Except Transformers.
He's even that. If you're just turning your brain off, he's good in Transformers.
You've met Shia LaBeouf. He's definitely addicted. He was on John Berthnall's podcast talking about how he used to be addicted to drugs and alcohol, and he's found God now.
He had a long stint in rehab too.
Hopefully he did get his shit together because he is insanely talented.
So, checking in, it's been a couple weeks. What do we want to highlight? I know that we're nearing the end of the year. This is always an exciting time for us because we always try to do something fun for end of the year lists.
And we are doing something fun for end of the year lists, right?
Absolutely. We'll be talking about some of that next month.
This year's been weird. Because I'm a very noted Vinegar Syndrome hater. And then this year they have
you were a very noted.
I was, and then I texted Ryan. I was like, I think Vinegar Syndrome might win Label of the Year for me. Just the shitty movies they put out are done in such a high quality that you can't help. Like I totally get it now. I used to be like, why are people buying these god awful fucking horror movies? And then I'm buying god awful action movies from them, and I love like the fact that they did 4K Miami Connection. It's wild. That's the problem, is that the only other label that I think for me is 88. I mean, controversy aside with that label, they have been consistent this year. Just knocked it out of the park. Eureka's been kind of slow on the stuff I usually pick up from them. But yeah, 88 and Vinegar Syndrome, just insane this year.
I would agree with you about Eureka. I feel like they lit off the gas a lot this year. Not that their quality dipped necessarily, but just not nearly as balls to the wall.
Yes, Dan, I have seen New York Ninja. That movie is bad, but in all the right ways.
It is such a triumph that they were even able to put it out, though.
That's what I'm talking about. It's shit like that. Like, I get why this label has these hardcore fans. Because no one else would do that.
Right.
I think disappointing label of the year is probably Arrow. Besides Shawscope, there's been, for me personally, nothing that they've put out that has really been like, oh shit. Even Criterion's been killing it this year. So
I think the Arrow thing is still kind of a hot take. I think that they've put out a lot of good stuff this year.
Just not like my taste personally.
Right.
But I've been watching a lot of just non-Asian movies. I've been watching like I rewatched both Sicario movies. I watched. Gangs of London is out, season 2. Quality storytelling is taking a dive, but the action sequences have gone through the roof. So, but yeah, I think I'm Asianed out right now. I need to take a break. I'm watching normal shit, watching horror movies. So just trying to, you watch over 300 Shaw Bros movies in a short time span. Just need a little bit of a break. I want to watch dudes in military garb shoot other dudes in military garb.
How many horror movies did you end up watching in October?
Like 15 or 20. I didn't do the one a day.
It's still way more than you normally.
I did way more. I need to actually go through. I quit. My phone automatically deletes an app if I haven't used it. So Letterbox it has that cloud button next to it, so I have to reinstall it. So I haven't been logging shit. So I need to actually go through and log everything that I watched, because I watched quite a bit, mostly big franchise stuff. I rewatched the first handful of Halloween films, the first Friday the 13th films. I rewatched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think I talked about my hot take about that. Not a good movie.
Yeah, that's definitely a hot take.
That's a very hot take, and I get that. I get that's the hot take. But yeah, just watching normal stuff. This year has been weird. I really want the Highlander set, like really bad.
Oh, the UK one?
Yeah, the big box set that's just for the first movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen Highlander 2?
No, I have no real interest in.
Do you know?
Highlander 2.
So the first movie, I think the lore is fantastic. The second one is like it's aliens. That's why they're immortal. And then the third one just doesn't even acknowledge the second one and retcons everything. You should watch it. It's a disaster.
Oh,
You're not a Highlander fan?
It's one of those that I can appreciate, but like I even this is funny to bring up here because I don't think I ever have anywhere else. I think you've seen the scene of this, but I helped a friend do a short film years ago, and the only joke that I shoehorned in was a Highlander reference. But it's good. It's just not. I don't know. I think I missed the boat a little bit because I didn't watch it in a formidable year. So when I finally did get to see it, it was just like, yeah, this exists.
Can I did pick up some other stuff, but it's not for it's not for movie fans. I got systematically attacking from open guards supine position. So yeah.
Wow.
I've been really into jiu-jitsu. I'm sore. I did it tonight.
Ragnar says, hopefully the Halloween Mondo sale went well. Ragnar, I can say from Jared's mouth at Mondo Macabro to yours, it supposedly went very, very well. The only thing that was underwhelming was the sales on the box set, and that I don't fully understand because it's so intriguing to put out a Bollywood horror box set.
Who did?
Mondo Macabro.
They did? I need to buy that. That's awesome.
It's available right now. They put out 3,000 copies of it, and they sold just over half of them in like a week, which sounds like that's a lot, but for what they were expecting, it's not quite as gangbusters as they had hoped.
Were they trying to ride that RRR wave?
No, they put out Bollywood long before RRR did.
Really?
Yeah. I've got their Bollywood horror DVDs over here. These are just like first time in HD type of things around the entire world. So it's a really cool set. Everything else sold really, really well, like shockingly well. So yeah, it's been a really great year for Mondo Macabro. They've kind of killed it this year.
Damn. So who's your label of the year? It's like you just off the cuff, just boom.
I can't because of what I've been working on, and you know about that. But I've got literally like a 4-way tie. I think Vinegar Syndrome has had one of their better years of all time. I'm kind of shocked at how much I've liked Criterion this year. Mondo Macabro has been shockingly consistent. And then after all of that, I'm going to have to go back to Imprint because even though some of their scans are not amazing, the fact that we got definitive releases of The Wicker Man, we finally got a definitive release of The Warriors, we've got the Neo Noir box set Volume 1, we got Jim Sheridan this year. They have just had a consistently great year. The issue is, again, they don't always get incredible scans from Paramount, but they are the label that broke Paramount and got us finally some good catalog releases from them. So I just kind of have to keep respecting them. The amount of stuff that they put out Blue Chips this year, the Shaq movie that you would never expect, and it's a great release. Yeah, they've just killed it, and they've put out like 80 freaking releases this year.
Someone did a $500 Saw box set.
Oh, it's not 500. It was 300. But yes,
that's insane.
Via Vision, who owns Imprint, they put out the first 8 films with Part 1 and Part 8 on 4K, the rest on Blu-ray. But it comes with the reverse bear trap from Part 1, a little monument to it. So it's a pretty neat release, but because it's coming from Australia, after shipping and all that, it came out to like $325.
Now, does it have Spiral and all that shit too?
Yep, it's got all of it.
Oh wow, damn!
And it's got all of the features, all of the films on Blu-ray, everything.
I really like Saw. I might have to get that.
I do too.
What's your favorite Saw?
Probably the second one.
I really like Spiral.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I was really excited for Spiral. I was like, damn, Chris Rock.
I was too, and I wasn't like, I think as a Saw fan I was let down, but just as a movie fan, it was still fun.
You know, poor Chris Rock, even with that movie, he can't land a hit, you know? Thought he had
still going for Oscars jokes.
Hey, I love the Oscars, man. I'm an Oscar fanatic. I have every movie label that's ever been nominated in my collection for Best Picture.
That's a good try.
That's a John Stump reference.
I was about to say, there's only 2 of us that know that joke, and I don't think the other one's listening.
Wait, there's really a Saw 10 coming?
There is, and Tobin Bell's going to be in it.
Tobin Bell's alive?
Yes.
I thought he died.
No, I just met him in 2019.
Was he nice?
Extremely, yeah.
Did he ask you if you want to play a game?
No. But he wrote it. Oh, look, he is listening.
I love you, John.
Ice says, my label of the year is Facebook commission groups, and all I have to say is, who needs money?
Flip, are you picking up Gal Gaigar? You bet your fucking ass I'm picking up King of the Braves, Gal Gaigar.
That is a hell of a title.
It's a anime series.
You did not have to tell me that. I knew that.
Giant robots. It's got the best theme song ever. Gal Gaigar. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
Exciting.
You love anime, dude.
I do.
You're a weeb.
Ooh woo. I don't.
Oh, don't be doing that. Yeah.
No thanks.
I hate when people act like that in real life. Have you ever met someone like that in real life?
No.
I did, and I'm like, I want to bully you. Like, don't do that. Don't do.
Anyway,
did you vote today?
Of course. And because I'm in Missouri, most of the people I voted for lost.
Because I'm in Illinois, and we got Chicago. What I think is funny is that Pritzker won. He's Democrat. He's a very big, overweight guy. And
hey, me too.
And all the people in the area that hate him are also overweight, but they'll be like, that fat fucking piece of shit. It's like, dude, you're also fat. What are you calling them fat for?
Holland says you should be a weeb at the gym in between your training.
I should be putting weight up and look at the guy next to me and go, ooh. I met. Okay, so you know how I have a speech impediment? And I stutter.
Oh yeah,
This guy from Israel, this Jewish guy from Israel, came up to me last night, to fist bump me for how much I was lifting. And then we were talking, and he was like, "Do you have any hobbies outside of lifting weights?" And I meant to say I do jujitsu, but I just stuttered. I went jujitsu, and he was like, "All right, dude." I had to go. I'm sorry, I have a speech impediment. I'm very sorry. He was cool though.
Thankfully, KB, I think this is the only one that has a chance of passing.
What is amendment number 3?
Recreational marijuana.
Goddamn hippies.
Let's see. There's a whole bunch of new shit coming out soon. And any movies that you're planning on seeing in the theater soon? Because
what's coming? I want to see that Timothy Chalamet movie.
I love that you're calling him Timothy Chalamet.
What's his name?
Chalamet.
No,
it sounds like you're trying to cross him with M. Night Shyamalan.
I think I do that in my brain. I think because I call him Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong in my mind. So is it Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah.
I did ask him how he felt about Kanye. Though. I was like, "How do you feel about Kanye?" He was like, "I used to love him. Not good."
See, John says he's seeing Wakanda Forever Saturday at noon. I'm seeing it Sunday at noon.
Wakanda Forever. I'm pumped.
Looks really, really good.
Just kidding. I'm not pumped. I'm not going to see that in theaters. It'll be like a year or so later. I'm excited for Creed 3.
I haven't seen either of the first 2.
Let's just milk that franchise to death, and then they're doing a spin-off from that. They're doing a spin-off of the Russian guy.
Come on.
Happy birthday, wait, Brian. It's your birthday?
No, it's a Jeremy inside joke thing. He is I love how you mute every time to fart, but you're like, I'll just sneeze right into the microphone.
Oh, I just messed up there. I did not mean to do that. Oh man.
Oh, that's hilarious. Jeremy is a part of the Scream Factory group that I'm admin of, and
so Jeremy,
when he knows that I'm asleep or something, he'll go in there and post a topic that says "Happy Birthday, Ryan," and get a whole bunch of people to say "Happy Birthday," and then I have to come in and delete it.
Oh, I'm pumped for the whale too. Fuck.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So I read Heat 2. Whenever that gets made, I'm pumped. I don't know how he's going to do that though, because it's like it goes back and forth.
Right.
So I don't know how they're going to do that.
John wants to see Decision to Leave. Me too. Yeah.
There's that new A24 wrestling movie with what's his name?
Oh yeah, that looks really good. They posted the first picture of it today. He's flying through the fucking air.
He's ripped.
Yeah, with the weirdest haircut ever.
I love it. Is it supposed to be set in the 70s?
I don't. It may be later than that. I'm not.
Because he's got very 70s style haircut.
Yeah.
Saw a box that's on Amazon for the low price of $439. Well, slap my tits. That's a deal. Violent Night looks great too.
The Iron Claw, that's what it's called. Follows the story of the Von Erichs, a dynasty of wrestlers who made a great impact on the sport from the 1960s to the present day.
I have like 30 movies called The Iron Claw, and none of them have white guys in it. So that's exciting. How do you feel about wrestling?
I mean, I went through the period where I enjoyed it, like most people, somewhere around middle school. Never did anything else with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's almost to the same level as furries for me, and in my mind, where I'm like, you shouldn't be into that as a grown man. But Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul, dude, did you watch that?
I've seen a couple little clips, but that's
Red Logan tore his ACL and still performed, so hats off to him.
Glass Onion looks really great. The Menu looks incredible.
Is the Menu a horror movie?
It is. I would say it's. I won't necessarily say horror comedy, but like thriller with some funny moments. Kind of like Ready or Not, supposedly.
Okay.
Jeremy says Violent Night. That looks really good as well.
That's good.
And then the next Joe Bagos movie is Christmas horror movie too. I don't know that that's coming out this year though. I don't think it got an actual release date. Let me look that one up. Because I know they just played at Beyond Fest.
Some anime that's coming up. Vinland Saga Season 2 is coming out. That's going to be great. I think you would love Vinland Saga. It's about Vikings. Very similar to the Northman.
Oh, nice.
Guy's dad gets killed. He trains to get revenge. I still can't stop thinking of the Northman, dude. I love that. I love that movie.
I really don't get it. Because most people that have loved all of the Eggers stuff, they look at it and go, why is this such just a meh movie?
I love it.
It's
It's a high teen movie. I love it.
It is a high teen movie, I'll give you that, but it's a mid-tier movie at the absolute best.
I love that, dude. I've seen it probably 8 times. I love that fucking movie.
Christmas Bloody Christmas from Joe Bagos. It does release this year, December 9th.
Huh. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, played Beyond Fest and seemed to do pretty well.
Stan likes it. Stan says he agreed with me.
I think it's... Well, this is also kind of a stupid phrase to say anyways. I was going to say it's the worst Eggers movie, but he's killed everything.
I disagree. I think it's The Witch is the worst. I think it's Lighthouse Northman
not
Witch.
Even close.
Lighthouse Northman Witch. Lighthouse is a masterpiece. Lighthouse is a fucking masterpiece.
It is, but so is The Witch. It's just a different type of masterpiece. And The Northman is not. I think he's got some meandering issues in The Northman that he doesn't have in the other 2 films.
So I read, and I don't know if this is true or not, because every time I bring this up, I can't get a verification, that the studio changed the final cut of the movie. That
would not surprise me at all.
So if we get a director's cut 10 years down the line, very much similar to like maybe Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
You know how that movie sucked when it came out in theaters, and then now it's considered one of Ridley Scott's best movies. So, but I love it. I still love that movie. But fuck, man, Everything Everywhere All at Once was this year too. So,
yep. That's making my year-end list, undoubtedly.
Yeah, Yep.
Jeremy says, have you seen Hamlet 2? Northman needs a sequel that follows the plot of the Hamlet 2 play. I've not seen Hamlet 2.
I have not. I didn't know Shakespeare wrote a sequel.
Old Bill Shakespeare.
Old Bill Shakespeare. I'm with you, Flip. Northman is phenomenal. Clearly not the movie he wanted to make. There's a commentary in the disc with Egger. And there's a commentary with him on the 4K disc?
Probably.
Yeah, fingers crossed we get a director's cut or something. Because I read that he filmed a bunch of weird shit. And then we didn't get any of that stuff.
He should have stayed with A24. They probably would have let him put it out exactly the way he wanted.
But I love the scene where you're just with your bros howling in the woods. Like, it's so cool. I want to do that with you and all the other YouTubers down there.
All the other YouTubers down here.
Well, who else is down there? Nathan Jones?
I mean, he's kind of down here. He's 2.5 hours away.
Rip Banana Man. Who's that?
Bill Olsen, who is the guy behind Code Red, died this week.
Ooh in the woods.
I love that we're finally talking about Bill Olsen and you say ooh in the woods.
Rest in peace to Bill Olsen.
Yeah.
Was he related to Mary-Kate and Ashley? I'm not joking. I'm not trying to get a joke.
No. He is related to Walt Olsen, who is his brother who runs Scorpion Films.
Okay. Oh, John said you'll howl with us.
You bring the loincloth.
I'm going full bush, dude. I'm not wearing a loincloth. Full frontal. You going full frontal with me?
When do I not?
But with how tall you are, it's gonna be like a Kevin Hart Shaq situation. Your thing's gonna be like right there in my head.
I love that sound.
I'll be like, oh. Oh yeah, thoughts on Blonde? Did you watch it?
I did not, and on purpose. I'll watch it eventually. It's
just
just
have a boner?
It's just not for me.
Well, you don't like Marilyn Monroe?
No, I don't like the the whole like I feel like the whole NC-17 thing they did for this movie explicitly just to get more eyes on it, and the controversy that came along with everything, with them, you know, taking liberties with her story, and just doesn't seem like something I would like.
I really like that director quite a bit.
I've got like 3,412 other movies I need to watch first.
What's on the top of your list? What is number one?
Whatever I'm in the mood for that night. I'm still finishing my October watch list, so probably something from
It's
there.
November, dude. You just got to give up and start a new one.
No, well, I've only got a few left, or I would.
What do you got left?
I don't have it in front of me now. Let me see.
I'm trying to figure out what I ate tonight that made me so gassy because I'm muting my mic every 2 seconds.
I've got Tales of Terror, Eyes Without a Face, The Devil's Nightmare, Noroi the Curse, Existenz, Willow Creek, Ganja and Hess, Atroz, Alucarda, Cemetery Man. And I think that's it.
That's like a weekend. You can just knock those out.
I wish.
John says you got to watch Serbian film.
Yeah.
And have you checked out the Criterion release of Lost Highway?
I've checked out the quality of it. It is a very good
4K?
like, yeah, way better than I expected it to be, because I believe that was shot on tape or DV cam or something like that. And it looks way better than it should. It's got to be the same sort of thing they did for Takeout, where they put it out to film and then scan that in, because holy hell.
What's the last David Lynch movie he directed?
Well, if you count the Twin Peaks, the new limited series.
Besides that, like,
gosh,
he doesn't do a lot of stuff, right?
Not really. No, I'm trying to think of what the last one would be.
Ruben, you're gonna have to hit me up, brother. I need to watch that movie.
Looks like Jeremy just sent me a copy of Hamlet 2 as well.
I says, hear about the reviews from the Infernal Affairs release. Are they bad?
Yeah.
What happened?
Supposedly the quality is not great. Not like Criterion bungled it, but it looks like the masters that they use, that they got permission to use, are just bad. And everybody's questioning why we didn't get 4Ks. And it appears Criterion made that choice because of how bad these masters are.
The one release from them I was hyped about for the rest of the year. Great set of films, though.
Inland Empire was
when was that?
Last? God, 03?
Holy shit. What the fuck's he doing? Just saying it's Friday every week on Twitter?
Yeah.
I love that Twitter account. Can you believe it? It's Friday.
Let's see. Might 06. Man, that is later than I thought. But still, it's 2006.
What the fuck's he doing? Come on, David Lynch.
Twin Peaks.
Man, we got a lot of comments to go through.
John says, just finished Don't Worry, Darling with the Wife. Decent 20-minute short in there somewhere, but oof, what a 2-hour mess. I really wanted to watch that movie, too. It makes me sad.
Who's in that?
Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine.
It's a solid cast list.
It is, yeah. And Harry Styles.
I'm Harry and stylish.
All right.
What's your favorite Harry Styles movie?
Eternals. Just kidding.
Wait, is he in it?
Yes. He's in the post-credit scene.
For what?
I don't remember the name of his character, but he was like a big character reveal for the next Eternals film.
There's going to be another one?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I was going to say Dunkirk.
Well, I mean, that's the obvious answer. That's why I joked and said Eternals. But I can't even name anything else other than those three that he's been in.
Don't know about the spitting incident with Harry and Chris Pineflip? What do you mean? Were they spitting on each other?
They're the festival that they debuted the film for right before it actually came out in theaters. Harry was going to sit down next to Chris Pine, and it looks as if Harry spit on Chris Pine as he went to sit down.
Oh my gosh. So what happened?
Chris Pine was just a class act and did nothing, essentially.
Did he actually spit on him?
I don't even know if it's actually been confirmed. It got all kinds of media stories written about it that week, so I don't know. It could have just been a publicity thing too, to get because they knew the movie sucked.
Is it one of the Pine brothers, the new Geralt of Rivia?
No, that's Hemsworth. There's not another Pine brother, as far as I'm aware.
White people all look the same. You guys all look.
Jeremy says Pine said it didn't happen.
That's very weird because I feel like Harry Styles is pretty respectful. So it'd just be weird if
usually
he was like,
yes.
Fuck Chris Pine. I'm gonna spit on him. Like what? Harry is, yeah, he is practically royalty. I just don't get it. I'm not a big Harry Styles fan. I don't get it.
Him as a person or his music or what?
His music's not my thing, except Watermelon Sugar, whatever. That song was pretty good.
If you haven't, you should go watch the video for Sign of the Times. That movie or that music video immediately sold me on his music.
Have you been listening to anything? You've been listening to the new Drake and 21 Savage album?
No, I will probably never listen to Drake.
Her Loss, it's good, dude.
I can't stand Drake.
You don't like Drake?
No, not even like ironically or even.
I don't like him as a person, but
one song. No,
you don't like. We started from the bottom, now we're here.
Nope.
You are out of your damn mind, brother.
I agree with Cam.
You guys were just wrong.
Ruben says this is Harry Styles, a Jonas brother. I love that you say his last name in the question, proving he's not a Jonas.
That's a good one, Ruben. Did you see what's his name? Aaron Carter died?
I did, yeah. It was one of the least surprising things of my week.
One of the least saddening things I've ever heard. Now, Takeoff dying fucked me up because I love Migos. So, rest in peace to Takeoff. You a big Migo fan?
No. I liked when they were on the episode of Atlanta.
Do you like Bad and Bougie? Come on, you have to like that song.
I mean, it's a good song. I'm not going to say that it's bad.
I just a good song too. Hit it with a left. I'm gonna knock the pussy out.
I don't love their style of music.
Fuck? With the Migos trash too? What is going on?
I'm gonna agree with Cam. I don't like the style of music at all.
What do you listen to? Like Keith Urban?
No, I listen to hip hop too, but I listen to good hip hop.
Like what?
I'd listen to Wu-Tang Clan any day over Migos.
Never heard of them.
I know. This is hilarious. Chris Pine looks like a wax figure now.
He does. What?
He really
what
does.
Is up with these people?
I feel like the pandemic aged Chris Pine like 40 years.
Did he get work done?
I have no idea.
The vids are disturbing and confusing. Of what?
Stories around Don't Worry, Darling kind of took the shine off that movie. I agree. Hope to circle back around to it before Olivia Wilde's next directorial effort comes out. And that's the sad thing. I really liked her first movie, and it seems like this one is just shit.
So I have to say, this is a very hot take. Music-wise, Chief Keef put out an album last year called Phonem. That's Chicago slang. Legitimately my favorite album of last year. The opening track gets me extremely pumped up. It's orchestral. It's actually beautiful. I think Chief Keef is the most important hip hop artist of this generation. I think Kendrick is better. I think J. Cole are better rappers, but I think the impact Chief Keef has left is way better. Man, dude, I love Wu-Tang though, for real.
I think Cam has seen Wu-Tang twice this year.
Wait, they're touring? All of them? Or wait, are they all together? All of them?
I don't even know who played.
You can't name any. Can you name 5 of the Wu-Tang members?
Probably not 5, no. Just because I don't even listen to them that often.
Come on.
They're like the news at Pruderville. I don't want to know what happened. See, I didn't see anything from the takeoff.
There's a video of him laying dead on the floor and Quavo screaming like "Take off." Someone had to put it on Twitter.
Have you seen the episode of Atlanta with them in it?
I haven't seen Atlanta in so long.
It's kind of weird. As Migos is standing by an RV, the main characters from Atlanta are walking away, and they say, "I feel like he's gonna die tonight." That's the last line about Migos.
Damn. Planet says Chief Keef had a bigger impact, but also a much deadlier impact. The invention of drill music has killed so many people. It's crazy. I agree. I mean, I listen to a lot of drill, so it's like a moral thing. Like, do I keep supporting these people who are? I mean, just look how many drill artists have died. The fact that Chief Keef is still alive is crazy.
I like that Andrew from Channel 5 did a whole segment on that too.
Yeah, O-Block. It's a scary place. I accidentally ended up on that road.
I still can't believe that Andrew and Channel 5 are getting a documentary that is funded by, I think it's Eric Wareheim, and it's going to end up on HBO Max or A24 or something like that.
It's
all about
right?
Because it's about the insurrection. Yeah.
Wow, I'm so pumped for that. Someone said, "What's drill music? What's a drill artist?" Drill's like a style of hip hop. I wouldn't necessarily Chief Keef started that, but he popularized it. Right. But artists like King Von, Max the Demon, there's Chicago drill, there's East Coast drill, there's grime in the UK is kind of started leaning more towards drill. There's Australian drill. There's a Italian drill artist named Rondo De Sosa that's really fucking good. It's just really violent hip hop. Like ultra violent. Don't laugh at me, brother. What are you doing? Don't laugh at me.
Oh man. This has been a good video back.
And I miss you.
And I missed you.
I can't tell if that's me or the chicken cooking. You know what I mean? Well, thrash and death metal are more like, Jeremy, in my opinion, I listen to a lot of death metal as well. I think those are more like theatrical, more like they're like horror movies. It's more based in fantasy. Drill music, it's like they're literally rapping about the people that they've gunned down. Yep. It's fucked up. Stormzy's all right. I do like Stormzy. The vids of the argument and then shots fired.
Jeez. Planamondo says, I made 2 orders with Shout, got 6 shipments. Not sure why they sent them like that. Some shipments had 1 single movie. They do that for a lot of stuff. I mean, first of all, it's a good thing that they don't wait, I think, for a lot of people. That way they got less to complain about because some of the stuff's already in their hand. The other thing, though, is they have multiple warehouses. So stuff ships from different locations. But because people bought so much, they literally ran out of stock on most of their titles.
I want to say, Planamondo, you have a beautiful beard. It's a great full beard. Hey, you should look up Ultimate Muscle real quick. Just type in Ultimate Muscle Discotheque. Because I knew about this and I didn't tell Ice. I didn't know Ice was like hardcore Ultimate Muscle fan. He texted me when it gets announced. He goes, "You motherfucker, you knew this? You knew about this and didn't say anything?" I'm so this anime.
I saw they posted this.
So pumped for that, dude. That show is so good. You guys should watch Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah, this was just like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yep, a week or 2 ago. Deflex.
I feel like Flex is coming on here every single time when we're on the verge of being done.
Whoa, Jeremy. Fighting Foodons is greater. You are out of your fucking mind, dude. What? I'm just kidding. Fighting Foodons, all right. I'm not a big fan. But Ultimate Muscle rocks.
I feel like Discotech's making a lot of people happy lately.
So those guys sitting on that Kamen Rider announcement, do you know how hard it was for me to not say anything for over a fucking year?
Yes, because you told me about it like 9 months ago.
It's so fucking hard, man. That's insane. Like, so for those who don't know, Toei, their 3 big properties are One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Kamen Rider. The fact that a small indie label like Discotech even not even just got a Kamen Rider license, but got arguably the greatest Heisei era Kamen Rider with Kamen Rider Black is wild. So, Ruben says, anyone watching UFC this weekend? Fuck yes. I got Chandler via KO against Poirier, and I think Izzy is going to play it safe and take it to decision. So, super excited for you. Do you watch any UFC? You should watch UFC, dude. It's so much fun.
I don't like combat sports at all.
Why? You don't want to see dudes get CTE?
No, I'm not.
It's awesome, man.
I don't watch football either. It's not because of CTE.
I have to say, since I started doing martial arts, it's in real martial arts, not fucking Wing Chun and all that bullshit. Like
Wing Chun.
Wing Chun is, dude. Kung Fu Genius can go suck my dick. I hate that guy. But what a fucking piece of shit. That dude's such a dork.
I know nobody watching is going to know what this means, but you will. That was a hell of a conversation. I can't wait for you to see it.
Wait, who'd you have a conversation with? Oh, yeah, that's right. Did you guys bring up that fucking little dork?
No, of course not. And we'll talk about it after.
Dude, but since I started doing jiu-jitsu, I have a newfound appreciation watching martial arts or watching UFC and stuff. Oh, damn, dude. Are you a graphic designer? That's pretty cool. Don't fucking... You're making it obvious.
It's the faces that you're making. That's making it obvious.
I'm just not going to mute my mic anymore. I'm just going to let it rip like a thing.
Oh, the podcast is going to be awful.
We're going to call it a fart cast.
Hey, he got a couple name drops earlier.
Blu-rays? Why is it specifically Blu-rays now, Nathan?
That's what he changed his channel name to.
I do have to say, thank God, because every time I would go to look up Nathan Jones, it's like it's a wrestler, right?
Well, and that's not just one of the most common names ever or anything.
Is it pretty common?
Oh, yeah.
Is Nathan taller than you?
No.
How tall
I
is
feel
Nathan?
bad. I feel bad because he went with me and KB and I are both 6'5".
How tall is Nathan? Is he short?
I'll show you the three of us before it goes on.
I'm gonna guess 6'1".
He's not short, but what's funny is I told my kid before we met up with him that Nathan was the short one, and he's like hardly even shorter than us.
God damn, dude, I'm gonna be at your stomach. I'm 5'6".
There you go. He's 6'2".
I'm 5'6". Fuck all of you.
He's 6'2", and I'm allowed to call him short.
Yeah, you fucking midget, Nathan. I bet you I'm 3 times as wide as you, though, right? I'm so fucking wide.
Doubtful. I'm stocky as hell.
I'm stupid wide. It sucks. Nathan, what have you been watching? You been watching anything good? You motherfucker. I will fuck you up, Jeremy.
This whole comment is gold. Flip flop. At least we have the Lollipop Guild.
I will wrestle fuck you into the ground. Oh yeah.
They announced all kinds of shit, but that was on like October 24th. So I don't think they've announced anything since then.
No, they had a discotheque day, I think.
That was when they
That was October?
Yeah.
Damn. Gal Gaigar, Ultimate Muscle, Kamen Rider, a couple other movies. A lot.
Let's see. I've still got it open. I think I can go through this. So, Kamen Rider Black obviously was the big one from that day.
Kicked it off with that.
Yep. Let's see. Aim for the Ace. Update on Gunbuster, all 6 episodes.
Is Aim for the Ace the baseball anime?
Aim for the Ace is... Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Gunbuster update with art, blah, blah, blah.
Gunbuster is incredible. That's another big get for them. Yes, Jeremy. Discotheque did Street Sharks.
Ultimate Muscle, Saint Tail. Ghost Stories. Fist of the North Star, The Legend of the True Savior.
That's awesome. Those are compilation movies, I think. But still fun.
Mononoke. Spun out of Ayakashi Samurai Horror Tales featuring the enigmatic medicine seller.
Ayakashi Samurai Tales was a really good horror anime. It's like, I think, 4 short animes that are just based in samurai times, but they're horror movies, like horror stories.
Ice's Aim for the Ace is tennis. It looked like a baseball bat in the picture.
There is a Aces of Diamonds. That's the baseball anime that I'm thinking of.
They announced Suicide Club for sure.
D-Flex, you should hop on that, selling the Gal Gaigar on DVD, because that's worth a pretty penny. Because I think that's Bandai.
Oh, Planet Terror is so good.
I'm really surprised you're not more of an anime guy, Ryan.
I may be eventually. Again, Perfect Blue was good.
Fucking fantastic. That's a great movie.
See, and I didn't worship it as much as that, but I think it's just because I'm not 100% used to the animation style yet.
I don't like this new wave 3D animation that a lot of these animes are doing. Like Netflix, they did was it King and Ashura, which is a great manga, but the animation is like this weird 3D anime. It just doesn't work for me. Their Baki stuff's all right.
Now Ice is trying to get me into anime too.
Yeah, you need to get on anime, dude. You need to start watching anime. What's up, Scylla? My dog just strutted on by like she owns the place.
Nathan says, I just got back into Bleach.
Hey, Bleach is good. There's a new season.
Do you think we'll ever get Rat Boy on Blu-ray?
I have no idea what that is. But were you ever a Dragon Ball kid growing up?
God, no.
Really?
No Dragon Ball, no Pokemon, no Digimon. No Power Rangers even.
Go Power Rangers. Rurouni Kenshin is your favorite anime of all time? That's a great fucking anime, dude. Those movies rock. Those live action movies.
I got to admit, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of Castlevania on Netflix. That animation was pretty good.
That's American, though.
Right.
That's American, yeah. I just don't think you like Japanese people.
I mean, dude, I've been watching so many Japanese films over the last 6 or 8 months. I couldn't even pretend.
Dude, I honestly think you would like Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex.
Well, is that different than just regular Ghost in the Shell?
It's like same characters, but it's like a standalone series. There's 2 seasons, but season 1, 25 episodes. It's just a police procedural. Every episode's a different story, and it's extremely well done. Like, so good. Top 5 favorite animes of all time for me. Like, show-wise. I would separate movies and shows from, you know what I mean?
And that's the hardest part. It seems like with most of the anime, it's all, like 90% of them are shows, and they're not get into this 8-run limited series. There's 143 episodes.
Don't you want to watch 75 episodes, bro? Don't you have the time to invest? Anime And anime fans are wild. They're like, "Do you like One Piece?" It's like, I don't have time for 1,000 episodes, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I read 91 volumes of One Piece at one point in my life, and I was like, that's enough. But we love you too, Nathan. Specifically, Blu-rays with Nathan Jones.
I'll since he's here, I'll make the reveal now. Nathan's going to be live on my show on Thursday. Come hang out. He is going to be on camera and everything. We're going to make him stay late, so come ask him a lot of questions.
Nate, do you have the beard or did you shave again?
I literally just showed you a picture of him from this weekend.
I don't know how long ago that picture was.
It was from
I showed you a picture
2 days
from 4
ago.
days ago, and I had hair. So
Touche. This is a great question. Ragnar says, "What do you think the variant slips will be for vinegar syndrome?" And now this is an interesting topic because they had said previously that they were never going to not re-release. They were never going to release slips for films that had previously had slips, but that's all it sounds like it's going to be. And I really don't want that, obviously. And not because of money worth or anything like that. I just don't want it to be something where they go back on their word.
Yeah. But you want to go ahead and wrap it up? I have to go do something for my wife.
Sure, why not?
She's over there going.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Flip will be back with us in 2 weeks. We'll hang out doing one of these yet again. Anything? I mean, you haven't been doing much for your channel. Anything coming up that you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I filmed a Shaska Volume 2 review like a month ago. I haven't uploaded it.
Flex wants to know, is Discotheque releasing Suicide Club? Yes, they are. What happened to the release of Noriko's Dinner Table? Who's releasing that?
I don't know about that.
I didn't even hear about the first one. Yes, I was going to say a couple things about mine. I'm doing my premium stream for the first time on Thursday night after my regular stream, where we go over the premium releases that are coming out for the last month that got announced. Next week is going to kind of be a big one for Disconnected. There's a lot of stuff coming out and big, kind of a huge announcement coming on Monday. So be around for the next week. Love you guys. We'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Later.